Hello and welcome to the June edition of the Tinley Chamber Spotlight Show. My name's Maureen Cipolla and I'm always excited to be your host. We have a great show in store for you. But before we get started, folks, mark your calendars. Our next big event at the Chamber is our annual golf outing, July 19th, right here at the Odyssey Country Club. To find out more, if you'd like to golf or even volunteer, contact the Chamber office at 708-532-5700. So let's get this show started. I'm here with Jim Mihalovich, new member to the Tinley Chamber from Top Driver. Jim, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
We're happy to have you and your new business here in Tinley Park. Let's talk a little bit about Top Driver. Tell us about your business.
Okay, Top Driver was founded in 2003. Our mission is to provide driver education to both teens and adults. Tinley Park is our newest location. We have 38 locations around the Chicagoland area. Since our founding in 2003, we've worked with over 230,000 students. Our goal is to give them the opportunity and facilitate the development of their skills, both mentally and physically, to make sure that they're safe, intelligent drivers on our roadways.
Okay. Exciting position, I know. Tell us a little bit about your background and your role with Top Driver.
Sure. I'm a graduate of Eastern Illinois University, where I earned both my bachelor's and master's in education. I'm currently in the position of Director of Curriculum and Training with Top Driver. As part of my current position, besides instructing, which I still do, I always like to remain in the field. I also have personally developed and created our current curriculum that we use in our classrooms, as well as in our vehicles. We call our curriculum Driver Intelligence. We like to provide opportunities for our students to be proactive. A lot of driving schools create programs where you hear the word reactive or defensive driving. We try to give them skills that they can use to identify potential hazards ahead of time so that not only are they safe drivers, but they're able to work their way around those other drivers who may not be as safe. So I provide training to our new instructors and certification through the Secretary of State, who is our governing body. And also provide feedback for our instructors as they go. We do a lot of continuing education at Top Driver. We try to have quarterly workshops where we provide our instructors with tools to consistently develop their skills as instructors. And obviously we try to develop our curriculum in about every 6 months, just to make sure we're keeping up with advancements in technology or the research out there in the driver education field.
Wow. It's an exciting, I'm sure, and dangerous role that you have. But let's talk a little bit about how things have changed. You know, I think about, I'm not going to date myself too much here, folks, but when I was behind the wheel or going through driver's ed, what do the new laws look like now, and what type of hours in the curriculum, what's required?
So Illinois is actually one of the most advanced states in what they call the graduated driver's licensing program. All 50 states now have some form of graduated licensing. In the state of Illinois, they allow individuals that are at least 15 years of age or will be 15 by the last day of their classroom course, to begin driver education. Once they've begun a classroom course, they are allowed to be permitted with a learner's permit where they can get behind the wheel with mom or dad or another legal guardian or with us as instructors. The state requires that they take 30 hours of classroom instruction, and we provide that in 15 days of 2-hour lessons. Outside of the actual classroom training, the state requires instruction with a licensed teacher for a minimum of 6 hours behind the wheel as well as 6 hours of observation. But they also allow them to substitute additional hours of instruction for those observation hours, and we have various different programs depending on the unique needs of the student. Outside of that, they need to practice a minimum of 50 hours with a parent or guardian, and of those 50 hours, at least 10 need to be at night. So they usually will complete that over the mandated 9-month permit time. So regardless of when they receive their permit, they must hold it for a minimum of 9 months prior to licensure. So that date when they're, that exciting date for the teen is still 16 in the state of Illinois technically if they've completed all the requirements. But they must hold that permit for at least 9 months. So if they don't start that program prior to 9 months, to their 16th birthday, they may have to wait a little bit longer to get their license.
Oh.
Another different law that actually just recently came out in 2014 is used to be that once you turned 18, you were eligible for licensing in the state of Illinois with or without driver education. But now, if you're 18, 19, or 20 years old and you have not had driver education, you're not allowed to be licensed in the state. They require those individuals to take a minimum 6-hour course.
Wow.
Yeah, and we do actually offer that course as an online option as well. So that is something that has kind of changed the dynamic. Ultimately, the goal of graduated licensing is to make sure that teens get the experience they need in a controlled setting before giving them the full opportunity to be alone behind the wheel without that supervision, because as we unfortunately know, driving is the leading cause of death for teens in the United States. So our goal as a driver education firm is to make sure that we, keep them from becoming that unfortunate statistic.
Right. Well, and it's good to know about the elder age, the 18, 19, that there's some requirements there as well. Let's talk about, so when a student enrolls, who provides the vehicle?
So we have our own fleet of vehicles. Our vehicles are usually between 1 to 2 years old. All of our vehicles are Nissan Sentras, which are highly safety rated, as well as good on gas, which obviously is a key dynamic. We provide the vehicle. Our vehicles are fully insured, and our instructors are licensed and trained. So it's definitely a controlled environment, a safe environment for our teen students as well as our adult students.
Mm-hmm. So what would you say being in this for so long, what's the greatest opportunity or learning that you've seen with a young person today behind the wheel? Is there anything that comes to mind? I know texting and driving is certainly a matter of concern, but are these individuals coming pretty prepared for this, or is there?
Actually, what we found, it kind of goes hand in hand with those distractions that they have, even now, at the early ages with cell phones being in the hands of, preteens.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these teens that come into our classrooms haven't really paid much attention as passengers in their parents' vehicle. So we found that, some of the skills that you would find in the past where they would know their way around at least a little bit, they paid attention maybe to what mom or dad was doing behind the wheel, they're coming in almost with a blank slate. So, which is pro and cons, so maybe they haven't picked up any bad habits yet that we have to correct, but navigationally, I'd say there's a bit of a decline in that way.
Mm-hmm. And we can thank technology. I mean, we have the pros and cons there with MapQuest, if you will, or Google Maps. But let's talk about someone just gets their license, they're 16 years old. Can they transport other 16-year-olds or other friends? Is there a law regarding that?
Yeah, so that's a good question. So in that initial licensing phase, so between 16 and 18, for that first 12 months of driving, they're only allowed to have one non-immediate family member under the age of 19 in the vehicle. So that means a friend. So a lot of teenagers plan for these carpooling trips to school or sporting events, but we make sure to let them know for that first year of driving, the state wants to limit those distractions, which do include passengers. They are allowed to have parents or siblings in the vehicle, but they limit the non-sibling relatives to under one passenger.
Okay. Well, good to know. Wow, Jim, we have just about a minute left. It's been so great to have you on the show. We're so excited for you to be part of the Chamber. For our viewers to find out more about Top Driver right here in Tinley Park, you can reach the Chamber office at the tinleychamber.org website or call us at 708-532-5700. Jim, if you have a parting message for our viewers?
Yes, so we're very excited to be the newest member of the Tinley Park Chamber. We are enrolling for all of our summer and fall courses, so if you're interested, definitely check us out. We'd love to have you as a student with Top Driver.
Jim, thanks again.
Thank you.
My next guest comes to us, a new member of the Chamber. I'd like to welcome Davis Jaspers from Vitality Health Systems. Davis, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Maureen, so much for having me. I appreciate that.
We're excited. You just joined the Chamber. Let's talk a little bit about your role with Vitality Health Systems.
Absolutely. We, first of all, we love being a part of the chambers. We're in several different chambers, and it's just, a great opportunity for us. And Vitality Health Systems is we're a wellness company. We specialize in weight loss and nutrition counseling. And it was interesting. I always thought I was going to be a pastor. So when I was 9 years old, I told my dad, who was a pastor, that I was going to be a pastor like he was. My grandfather's a pastor, and my great-grandfather's a pastor. So, it kind of ran in the family.
Yes.
And then when I went through a wellness program when I was about 28, so I'm going to give away my age. It was about 5 years ago. And I went through a wellness program, and I lost 30 pounds in 40 days doing this program. And I was at the time working on my master's degree in theology, and I wanted to be a pastor because I wanted to help people. And the way that this program just totally changed my life, I stopped going to school, so I'm a pastoral student dropout. I stopped going to school to focus on studying nutrition because I wanted to help other people experience the same level of health that I was able to experience doing this program.
Wow, that's incredible. So let's dig in a little bit and talk
Yes.
about the program. So how do you start? What's involved?
Well, that's a great question. And there's so many, per capita, America has more weight loss programs than any other country in the world, and yet we are still number 2 on the obesity list. The only country that has us beat is Kuwait, and that's because they don't allow alcohol, so everybody drinks soft drinks over there. So anyway, so we're so obese, but yet we have so many resources. So something's wrong. And when I did the program, I didn't really think anything was wrong with me until I felt the difference. And so we want to approach weight loss differently. Typically, weight loss in America is diet and exercise, and it's just kind of packaged differently. So I compare it like this. If you went to your eye doctor, Maureen, and you got the same pair of glasses and the same prescription as the last person, you think that's a little crazy, right?
Yes.
Yes. But yet we don't think that's crazy in America. We try one program, it doesn't work, but it's diet and exercise. And we try the next program, it's just diet and exercise with different colors and maybe a different person. So what we want to do is we want to assess what is the underlying cause of your weight problem, of your autoimmune disease, because a lot of autoimmune diseases cause weight gain. There could be interactions with medications. So we want to get to the root cause, and then we want to help your metabolism work better. Because if your metabolism works better, you don't have a weight problem. The thinnest people I know eat the worst things. I walk past Cinnabon and I gain a pound. It's just not fair, right? So what our goal is to help the metabolism work better. And when the metabolism works better, the body works better. So that's our approach.
Okay. So a diagnosis, if you will, of the individual. And are there meal plans provided, or are there meals to be purchased?
Great question. I love that question. Man, you're so on top of things. I love it. This is great. So there's no prepackaged meals, and you can't purchase any meals from us. We've had people ask, and also people want shakes. Hey, can I just drink a shake? Absolutely not. If God wanted you to drink a shake, Maureen, you could go to your backyard and pull one off of a tree, and it would already have a straw in it for you, right? So we want people to eat whole foods. And the more the food looks like it does in nature, the better it's going to be for you. So we are actually teaching people how to eat healthy foods. So we want people to go to their local grocery store. We want people to go and buy local, fresh, from organic, if possible, farms, because that's going to be the best thing for their body.
Right. Excellent. And tell us a little bit about your role in the organization.
All right. So I oversee everything, and then I'm currently working on my master's in human nutrition. So some of the more challenging cases I personally take care of. So if I personally take on a patient, then they get my cell phone number, and I'm their coach through the program. We have about 17 employees, and they do various tasks, and a lot of them do the same thing, where they are a personal coach for somebody that is going through this lifestyle transformation.
Okay. And you shared a success story of your own.
Yes.
Can you walk us through, or our viewers, what's an ideal time frame? Because no two individuals are alike, first of all, and there's always that caution of losing weight too fast, if you will. So I don't know if you have a success story or an example or expectation, if you will.
So part of the, you are exactly right. When you lose weight too quickly, it does a lot of really negative things to your body. One of the most negative things is you lose a lot of water weight. You lose 20 pounds on a diet, 6 of that is water. 6 of that is muscle, and then the other 8 pounds is fat. Did I do my math right? I think I got it. Okay. The other of that is fat. Okay. Well, the only weight you wanted to lose was fat. Then what happens with most diets? You gain the weight back, right?
Right.
But when you're gaining the weight back, you're just getting the fat back. So you're actually, excuse the term, but you're actually a fatter fat when you've yo-yo dieted. So that's one of the problems with losing weight too quickly. With what we're able to do, we're able to see what everybody's body individually needs to get them to just burn fat through their diet.
Okay.
Okay, so when people are going through our program, they're typically losing, anywhere. Some guys lose about 1 pound a day.
Okay.
Women, in a 40-day program, they lose somewhere between 20 and 30 pounds typically. And that's what we typically see at our place. We have 20-day, 40-day, and 60-day programs is kind of the main thing that we do for weight loss. And then we have customized programs if people are coming in for specific health issues.
Okay. So, first of all, it sounds excellent, and it sounds very sensible. To your point, what about ongoing or maintenance, I guess? Because, everyone kind of hits their target, if you will, and it's so easy to fall off. We're in June, we've got barbecue season, 4th of July. What kind of tips or recommendations?
Oh, absolutely. I love it. So we have a program that we just kicked off this month called Life with Vitality. And it is for people who have gone through our program, they've reached their goal weight, and now they want to maintain. And from my studies, with having a background in theology, I have had a lot of counseling, a lot of philosophy in my schooling, and combining that with weight loss is so important because there's such a psychological element to what we do. The biggest thing for people to continue to be healthy is continued support. They need to have somebody they know that they can turn to if things start getting out of control.
Hold them accountable.
Hold them accountable. Our patients weigh themselves every day.
Okay.
Okay, and there's studies that show that if people weigh themselves every day, they're 85% more likely to keep their weight off over an 18-month time frame than those that don't weigh themselves every day. So that's one of the habits that we get our patients doing is every day I weigh myself, because if I do go out on 4th of July and eat a brat hamburger and a hot dog, then I can do what I need so my body can reset so I can get back down to a controlled weight.
That's a great statistic. Great information, first of all. Believe it or not, we only have about a minute left.
The time went by so quickly.
So excited to have you on the show. Davis, if you have a parting message for our viewers, we wish you continued success and welcome you to the Chamber again.
Thank you. We are here in the community to help get you healthy. There's not very many conditions that we can't help with, or at least help you improve on. So if you have questions, we have 2 different free events that we offer every month. And you can call the Chamber website and they can put you in contact with us, and we can invite you to one of our events. We also, if you just want to be more health conscious, you can listen to our radio show. It's on AM, it's on 1340 WJOL, and it's every Tuesday morning at 9:30. It's a 30-minute show, and every week we bring on a different guest and then we talk about a different health topic. So we would love to have you listen in, have you come to one of our workshops and learn how to live life with vitality.
Excellent. Well, thanks again. And folks, to find out more about Vitality Health Systems, you can call the Chamber office at 708-532-5700. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you so much, Maureen. Appreciate it.
Our next guest comes to us right here from the Tinley Chamber of Commerce. From our Board of Directors, I'd like to welcome Patty Ridings to the show. Patty, so happy to have you here today.
Thank you so much.
Patty is here to share with us about the Veterans Action Committee.
Yes.
So Patty, let's talk about it and inform our viewers what's going on and how we're helping veterans.
Yes, well, the Veteran Action Committee created a platform that we call the Round Table. And the purpose of the Round Table is really to provide information about what is available for the veterans. We want to reach 3 different kinds of groups. Not only veteran organizations, and create a platform where they can network and maximize their efforts, get more exposure, and really increase their results, but also we want to reach the veterans and their families to provide them information what benefits are available and also what services are available. There's a lot of organizations out there that are not just government organizations. They are doing a phenomenal work. So by us bringing that information to them that is available in this platform, they feel like, my goodness, somebody's going to listen to me. Sometimes they feel frustrated from some services that they have, or they don't understand their benefits. We want to provide that connection with them. Our responsibility under the Chamber of Commerce is to bring that awareness to them. And most important to me, what I have more passion about, is when I hear people say, I want to help the veteran organizations. I want to help the veteran community. How can I help? They don't know where to go. So we want to create, again, this platform where information can be available to them. We want to post on our website all the organizations, volunteer opportunities. They have events, they have fundraisers, so they can see, oh, I can be part of the solution. I can be part of getting involved and really making a difference, hand in hand, directly with the organizations. So we just want to be the connectors.
Oh, this is great. So let's walk down that road and being involved in the community, of course, in the chamber, partnering. If a veteran or a family member of a veteran is in need, what would they do, Patty? Where do they start?
Yes. Our goal is we are creating a website site for us. In the website, we have a page that will link them to all the services. We want to have categories. If you need things in housing, you can go to the housing, and information is provided to us by the organizations. They will have a link to go to that organization. We're just the connector, like I said. Yeah, absolutely. But they will know, oh my goodness, and instead of looking at a yellow pages or not knowing where to go, we will have contacts with so many different fabulous groups. They're making, not only providing immediate results on things, but also we are able to engage with them. To give an example, I was just thinking about when you're talking about when someone needs help. We had a call a few weeks ago of a veteran family who needed help. The organization called me and said, Patty, I have I had a soldier who got hurt here locally and got shot. He was assaulted. Things were stolen from his home. We have a baby of 3 months old. He's at the hospital, no income at that moment. We need a crib, we need a car seat, we need diapers, we need wipes. I mean, you talk about the basic elements. And my heart just, in 5 minutes, I said, not a problem, let me hang up and I'm going to get a hold of people. Within less than half an hour, we had everything resolved.
Ah, that's incredible.
So that is the thing that we want to help. We want to help those organizations who are really touching the simplest needs to the major needs. They are being prepared and they have all the technical support for them. So can be as simple as bringing a meal. We had another call of someone that says, I have a veteran and their family are away. He's starting chemo this week and no one can take him to the hospital.
Oh.
A phone call.
Right.
And as I have, and those are the things that we can have in our website. We're right now in the process of developing that. But our goal is to be able to see what are the immediate needs and also link to the veterans if they want to help more. Because they have events. We have a lot of events coming up. We have the Warriors Games coming up this summer. So that would be a great effort that people from all over can come and support our veterans. So it can be from immediate needs or really big events that we can support them.
Okay, that is excellent. And to find out more how you can help this great cause, you can reach out to the tinleychamber.org website or call us at 708-532-5700. Patty, let's dig in a little bit too about, you've shared some stories and some great success stories. First of all, if an individual or a business wanted to get involved, is it something that they can maybe perhaps make a donation or volunteer time or services with the Chamber of Commerce?
Well, what we do not want to be is the collector of donations at all.
Okay.
I think that we would love for that to be directly, again, to the organizations directly. We just want to be the connector. I want them to know that if you want to participate in volunteering, then look at the events that are going to be in the calendar. Our goal is, in the roundtable, which I'm going to give a little more details about it, we're going to have an average of 6 to 10 speakers every single roundtable. Our goal is for those speakers to provide us with a calendar of events coming up where people can get involved.
Okay.
So we hope to have those up and running shortly in our website. So if they want to be part of something, they say, hey, I want to do something this summer with my family. What can I do? I want to bring my children to something. They say, oh, this Saturday is great for us. What is available that Saturday? They can see all the activities that they can participate and volunteer on. If they want to donate something, they can actually see what that organization is doing for the veterans and take donations right there and click on their website, not on ours.
I see.
In their website. And then the other hand, you can also see immediate needs, like the one I was sharing with you.
Yes.
And they can just link directly to them. We didn't take a penny for them. As a matter of fact, we collected in 20 minutes, I think it was $900, more than they needed. And we were able to take all the immediate needs. Can you imagine that soldier thinking, my family doesn't have the basic needs for my 3-month-old baby? Be able to take that burden away from them and saying, we will take care of it. And be able to do it that quickly.
And what a warm feeling that happens.
Absolutely.
So this is
Yeah.
amazing. So let's talk about how often are the roundtable meetings going to be held?
It's going to be monthly.
Monthly?
We're looking at the third Monday right now of the month. So in month of June, we're looking at June 19th. In that time, right this time, we're not confirming yet the time. So they need to call the chamber office and get the details from the ladies at the office.
Very
So-
good, and an ongoing monthly
Yes.
roundtable
Yes.
to identify opportunities how everyone can help, really.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes, and also a platform for organizations to share their services and their benefits.
Right.
You know, I think that I just heard another story that really broke my heart, and this is why some of the organizations we're working with us are so passionate about us creating this hub.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, we have right now 5 different chambers who are willing to copy the process that we're going to be creating. We want to create this almost like, I will say, a sample of what can be duplicated in other chambers. When you're in the chamber process, you have people that really want to do something for their community. So we have that advantage already, that if you're part of a chamber, you want to be involved in your
Yes.
community. You want to give back. So we want to give them that feel like, okay, you really want to do this? Let me show you a way to do it. And I think that as I come across amazing giving hearts, they say, I want to help, but they don't know what to do and where to go. So we hopefully that we create this in the Tinley Park area. Other chambers will be joining us and have the same process
And
for
creating
them.
the framework for it. This
Yes.
is just great. And again, the story, you know, to get to spread the word, because it's something that's really not advertised first and foremost. So starting with the chamber and the community is so wonderful, and good news spreads as well,
Yes.
Patty.
Yeah, totally.
I can't believe it. We only have about a minute left,
No
but this
problem.
is such great content. If you have a parting message for our viewers, there's so
Yes.
many out there that I'm sure would be excited and delighted to get involved. We thank you for being on the show.
Oh, I'm excited. I think it's a good opportunity, and I hope that our viewers realize that this platform can really impact our community. You want to be involved? I think that you need to come to the next roundtable. It's going to be on June 19th. Please call the chamber office, get more details, how you can get involved. If you know of a family, a veteran themselves or a family who need to hear these messages, who need hope on what they're struggling with, we'll be happy to provide them as much information as we can and connect them with them.
Well, Patty, it's been excellent to have you on the show. Thank you for your contributions to the Tinley Park Chamber of Commerce. Again, for our viewers to find out more and how you can get involved in this great cause, please call us at the Chamber office at 708-532-5700. That's it tonight, folks. We thank you for viewing the Chamber Spotlight, and we will see you next month.